supposed to do the one. Come on, Terry, help me out. Where'd Catherine go? Oh. Catherine Tripp is chairperson of MAPS, and she's done an excellent job organizing this. Don't forget, the people organizing this are, most of them are faculty members. They don't have much time, and there really isn't much professional help other than doing it themselves. Okay, this slide, you know, the last time I used this, we were all wearing masks. I took down the part that required masks, but we all should be careful. It's still around. Anybody want to say anything while we're waiting? Yes. How do you get raffle tickets? Do you know where Catherine is?
I'll go right outside the door.
Yeah. What? What's yours? I can't assume. Well, you'll have to ask us here.
Yeah, we can talk about it.
Thank you.
I saw that name and stuck it on the top of the thing. I don't know what she's talking about. It's a great big T-Rex, basically, isn't it?
Well, sort of. The question was about a dinosaur that in Spanish is Dinosaurs, but sometimes people pronounce it Gigantosaurus.
Oh.
Right? And big animal also was featured in Jurassic World Dominion, the third one. Yeah.
Okay, and if you want more, ask me where you're talking. Let me advance this if I can figure out how. I didn't do it. Yes. Say that again? That's my wife's chicken, and no.
That's our mascot for today, the dinosaur mascot.
They are distantly related. Well, maybe she'll talk about that. There are dinosaurs with feathers, are there not?
Oh, yes. Oh, yes. Oh, yes. So I think that's fair to see whenever you're ready. You can do your opening stuff.
Okay, if I can get the first slide to work, here it is. Here we go. This one takes a little while. Here is Catherine Tripp with raffle tickets if you need them.
Anybody not get one yet? Okay.
Don't watch her, watch the slide. I spent hours on this slide. And Tara's sitting over here. And fortunately, I will be out of here in a minute, and you'll get to hear a great talk by Tara. But I have to make some announcements first, so let's quickly run through them. This is the MAPS committee. Catherine Tripp, chair at the top, and did a great job organizing this festival. I'm going to skip this stuff about science. Well, it's really interesting stuff. Okay, this is our schedule for the semester. You'll notice tonight, October and November, all are trying this 4 and 7 o'clock, 7:30 experiment, where we have a talk for the younger people at 4, and then a talk for junior high and up at 7:30. The talk next month, just like this one, very special, because it's a very hot topic. The person involved works at UC Merced and has time allotted to her on the new telescope. So she will undoubtedly have beautiful pictures taken from the telescope. Interesting. Tonight we're going back somewhere around 100 million years. She will take us back 13.8 billion years. Okay, and in November, we also have a talk on monarchs. And there's an art contest that will be held by the county. So if you want to draw a monarch, enter the contest, you're welcome to do so. That's about the art contest. This is looking ahead to the spring. We have climate change and then a physics show in the auditorium in February. And then Jeanette Pirlo, is she here yet? She's a new instructor at San State. She will be giving that talk, I think, on mastodons. We also have a science curriculum that's held on some Wednesday afternoons at 3:15. So look up science curriculum on your Google. Tomorrow there's a International Heritage Festival at the Car Museum. Even I will be there, actually doing some demos that obviously need to be improved upon. It's 10 to 3. It's free. Modesto is celebrating its 100th anniversary. We may have finished it. I'm getting in trouble because I see some dignitaries out there too. In fact, I've seen at least 2 of these people up in the audience. The Chancellor from YCCD, Dr. Henry Young. Are you here?
He just stepped out.
He stepped out, okay. And Brian Sanders was here a minute ago. Dr. Brian Sanders, there he is over there. I believe the other 2, we call him Dr. B because we can't pronounce his name, and Dr. Mackey will be at the unveiling of the Dinosaur. So we're very pleased to have high-ranking officials here who we need because they enable us to do these things. Never mind this. Except the last 2 down here, my wife and I were just up in the San Juan Islands north of Washington, and I came across these 2, and one was made out of driftwood, and it was named Sarah Tops, for obvious reasons, and the other one was just a sculpture of a T-Rex. It was interesting. Okay, I'm not going to talk much about Tara. She's going to talk to you about herself. I will say she's gone to school all over the country for many years, but she's a risk taker, and you need to take risks if you want to get ahead. There will be challenges, and you've got to look at those. As long as there's no danger, you should really try and overcome it. She's done that. So without going any further, well, I guess I should say, she went to the University of Massachusetts, she went to Boulder, Colorado, Montana State, and now she's at UC Berkeley, and she will get her doctorate in about 1.5 years. And I want you all to give a very warm welcome to Tara. On the count of 3, I want you to say, welcome, Tara. 1, 2, 3.
No problem, no problem. So Tara, we want you to pick the ticket. Oh,
And
I'm
I have
so
all your
excited.
tickets. Do you have all my tickets?
Okay, so we're gonna do 2 prizes, and the prizes are up here. So first person gets to pick the first prize, second person
the rest of the festivities outside, we'll also be doing raffle tickets. So hang on to your ticket, so at any time you may be a winner.
Okay, I'm so excited. Drum roll. Let's see. Oh, who's the first person? Oh my goodness, so this ticket ends, it is 383944. 383944. Yes! Congratulations.
Did you get to see what you get to choose from?
Hi, what's your name? Hi, Emma. I'm Sarah. Oh, there's places.
Next card you would like.
Always happy to support future young paleontologists.
Does she know how to change it to
All
her
right.
slides?
If you need me to go down there, I can do it.
When she gets, yeah.
Just wave me over and I'll go down there. Just wave me over and I'll go down there.
Okay,
Right now.
second
You want me to
person.
go down there and do it?
Change it to her slides.
Drum roll, please. Oh, look at the winner. Okay. All right, this number is 383937. 937. Yay! Awesome! Congratulations. Hi, Noah. I'm Sarah.
Come on,
Yeah.
Mom.
Get out. Congrats, Noah. Yeah. Excellent. Okay, and then we'll do the rest of the end. Okay. So stay tuned, everyone. If you still have your ticket, it looks like we have, is it two more things? Two more things to give away after my talk. So, let me grab this. Okay.
Oh, she's clicked on.
Uh-oh,
Careful. Go. Careful.
Okay, so thank you so much, Steve. Thank you so much, Catherine, and the entire staff here at MJC. I'm so excited to be here. Are you happy to be here? Yeah. Happy Friday. I hope you've all had a really good week. And yeah, like Steve said, my name is Tara. I go by Tara. My whole name is Paulina Lepore, but people in America, my family is from Italy, they just say Tara Lepore, which is totally fine by me. So I go by Tara. And today I'm going to talk to you all about why do we love dinosaurs so much. So much. We see them in movies and TV shows and all kinds of books. Raise your hand if you really love dinosaurs. Wow, oh my gosh, I saw so many hands just now. I'm so impressed. Yeah, so, and if you're not here for the dinosaur talk, well, it's okay, you're welcome anyway. So why do we love dinosaurs so much? And like Steve mentioned, I'll talk a little bit about me, but I also really want to talk to you, and so I might be asking some questions just to get us thinking and maybe just a little bit more active while we're talking tonight. Okay. So what are we going to learn together today? It's a little bit of like a lesson, like kind of like school, but hopefully also really fun. So who am I and who are you? That's what I'll talk about first. What is a paleontologist? Oh, I see some hands already, so I'm going to ask you all in just a few minutes. So hold on to those answers. I'm also going to ask in a little bit what is a fossil. So start thinking about that. What is a fossil? Okay. What makes a dinosaur a dinosaur? Okay, so some of us in here might know that right away. Some of us might be like, gee, I don't know. We're going to talk about that, and I would love to hear from you all as well. Once again, why do we love dinosaurs so much? What is it about dinosaurs that is just so amazing? So let's think about that together. I'm going to talk a little bit about what I do. So what's my job? I'm a paleontologist. But what do I do every day? I go into a job, you know, and that's really fun too. So I'll talk about that. Okay, so once again, why do we love dinosaurs just so much? We'll continue to talk about that. And I hope that I can help you all think about connecting our past to our present. And that includes the past of who we are as human beings. Even though I don't study ancient human beings, it's all about who we are and connecting that past, our planet's past, to the present today. And then we're going to have some time for questions and answers, which I hope to be fun. You can ask me literally anything. Okay. Hi. So hi, I'm Tara. Hi, everyone. Hi. Thank you so much. I feel so welcome here. And again, really, really appreciative to Modesto Junior College. Here are some pictures of me doing some things where I'm mostly looking at something else like a rock or a book. Sometimes I'm helping someone find a fossil, like in this picture. These pictures are all in either Texas or Wyoming, which are two really great places to go and look for dinosaurs. And here's a picture of me. And I want you to focus on this picture for just a second, the one with the kind of easel-looking wooden thing in the background that looks like an A. I want you to guess, how old do you think I am in that picture? That one with the little A on the little frame on the bottom. How old do you think? How many people think I'm 10 years old? A few? How many people think I'm 15 years old? A few more hands? Yeah. Yeah, so I was just 16 when that picture was taken, and I got really lucky. What that means is I got to go to a special place called Wyoming. It's a state in the western United States. And I had to ask for help. I had to ask somebody who knew how to get me the help I needed to fill out the right application to go and do that work in Wyoming. So I mention that because anybody in here, if you're interested in dinosaurs and paleontology, it doesn't matter how old or young you are, if you just ask, and the good thing is you have a friend now who can help you, that's me, and the wonderful folks here at MJC, you know, then you can get to do the same things if you want to. So I just like to put that slide up there. And I just really like looking at stuff. So who else am I? This is my family. So my dad and my sister over here, they're from Boston, Massachusetts. So you can wave at the slide if you want. You can say, hi everybody. And so that's my dad and my sister. Look at that cat. Does anyone in here have a pet cat? Raise your hand if you have a kitty. How many people in here have a dog? How many people have both? Cats and dogs. That's my kitty cat. Her name is Obsidian. It's the name of rock. It's like a lava rock. So because she's a black cat, we named her Obsidian. She's real goofy. She looks real angry in that picture. And this is my lovely mom, Marlene, and she's dancing with Parsley. So we're real silly in my family. And on the very far right side is my wife, Jessie, who is here, and she's my cheerleader. So, yay! Does anyone else in the audience have a cheerleader? Somebody who really is always there for them? Heads nodding, hands raising. Good. Welcome if you're just joining us. My name's Tara. Welcome. So I want to get to know some of you a little bit. So I put an Archaeopteryx dinosaur on here. One of the first birds and one of the feathered dinosaurs. and it kind of looks like it's doing a thumbs up a little, so I thought it would be kind of cute. So give me a thumbs up if you, well, I have a sister. Give me a thumbs up if you have a brother or sister or sibling. Okay, a lot of thumbs. Great. Give me a thumbs up if you like ice cream. Give me a thumbs up if the first time you heard about dinosaurs was in a book. Ooh, maybe. Okay. How about if the first time you heard about dinosaurs was in a movie? Okay, a bunch of thumbs up. Okay, how about if you've ever been outside of the state of California? Okay, a few people. All right. Well, thank you so much just for trying to get to know you a little bit. So I mentioned I'm a paleontologist. So what is that? Who can tell me? We've been thinking about it for a few minutes now, and I heard some answers here, and this might be really easy for some of you, but let's think. And even if you all have this in your head, I want you to think about it, and I'm gonna call on one person, but I can tell I have a lot of people thinking about it in this room. What is a paleontologist? Let's see, so many great hands. Oh my goodness, who do I call? Yeah, a fossil hunter. Sebastian says a paleontologist is a fossil hunter. Yeah, so we're going to talk about what fossils are in just a second. I can tell some of you know what that is too. Yeah, so we do look for fossils. What else is a paleontologist? What else do we do? Any other good things to add on the list? What do you think? We dig up fossils. Leo says that we dig up fossils. That's true, and I'm hearing this word fossil. Okay, fossil. What else? What's something that maybe we haven't heard yet? We dig up fossils, we're fossil hunting. Yeah, you got it. You pushed me? Addison says maybe we study plants like a paleobotanist. Yeah, very good. I see a lot of hands. Let's do one more in the back here. What does a paleontologist do? Really? What is it called? Yeah. Charlotte says that you can also dig and even you can find plants, right? So very, very good. Thank you so much, Charlotte. So we have a lot of different answers about what a paleontologist does, and guess what? They're all correct. We look for fossils, whatever the heck those are. Let's talk about them in just a second. Some of us look for plants. Okay, we'll talk about that in just a second, especially when I talk about Tyrannosaurus poop. And so if we were to put all of this together in words that maybe, encapsulate a lot of this, I'm a person who studies Earth's ancient past, right? And I ask questions about nature in the past and present. And that's kind of the same thing as digging up a fossil. It's part of what I do while I dig up fossils. So you're all absolutely right. I also really like the Lego paleontologist. So what's a fossil? I've been hearing a lot about this. I know so many people in here are just burning to answer this. What's a fossil? Maybe some folks I haven't called on yet. Let's see. What is a fossil? Yeah, Leo said it's an animal that's dead. Okay, but how long has it been dead for? A few days? A few hours? Good. Very good. Yes, so a fossil takes many millions and millions of years and layers of dirt to get covered up. Adriana, beautiful, very good. Now I know I have a bunch of other hands raised, But there's so much to talk about, you all. There's so much to talk about. So, yes, fossils can be the remains of an animal, like their bones, like we have here in this picture. So I have a bunch of dinosaur bone pictures here. They can also be the footprints or other traces of behavior from an ancient animal. So what do y'all think this is? You want to just shout it out? Some kind of footprint? From what kind of animal? A dinosaur, yeah. Most likely a meat-eating dinosaur, 3 toes. Just like our friend the chicken here, who is also a living representative of dinosaurs, so he's our mascot, right? Let's give a quick round of applause for our chicken. Shorty is the chicken's name. And a fossil can also be a different type of behavior from an animal, like its poop. Whoa! So I'm going to talk a little bit about fossil poop, and that's what I do for my research, or at least what I was doing up until fairly recently. So this is a picture of a Tyrannosaurus Rex dropping a poop. Whoa! Now how the heck did we tell that it's from T-Rex? How did we tell that it's poop? Well, first of all, we know what age of the rock to look at to look for our fossils, like fossil poop. We know that we're looking at the age of T-Rex. We're looking in what's called the late Cretaceous period, late Cretaceous, and we're in a place called Colorado. Okay, many of us know Colorado, but if we close our eyes for a second, just close your eyes and imagine Colorado with an ocean right next to it. And that is the environment that Tyrannosaurus Rex was walking around 66 million years ago in Colorado. There used to be an ocean running straight up and down in the middle of North America, right where Colorado is now. So where Denver, the city of Denver, Colorado is, would have been the beach side, would have been beach property. So we know from the type of rock and the age of the rock where we find these poops that it has to be from the age of T-Rex. And this black and white zebra-looking thing here, that's about the size of my hand from my thumb to my pinky. That's a big poop. So we know it came from a big animal that lived on land, that lived where T-Rex lived, and that also ate meat. Because what do you think might be inside that poop if we know it ate meat? What do you think might be inside that poop if we know this animal ate meat? Dead animals, yeah. Anastasia, yeah. So dead animals, in fact, bones. The bones of dinosaurs. Little chopped up pieces of bone. So my advisor when I was at University of Colorado Boulder, her name's Erin Shin, she found this poop, and we were also looking at different tyrannosaur poops in Colorado. Wow. So I've been talking a lot about dinosaurs. Maybe some of you know what these dinosaurs are up on the screen. Maybe some of you know what some of them are. Oh, I see hands raised. I see a lot of people burning with questions. Let's just think about it. Those of you who know what these are or are thinking about it, what's the difference between the left side and the right side? We're talking now about what makes a dinosaur a dinosaur. What's the difference between the left side and the right side? What do we think? What do we think? I still see so many hands raised, so many burning questions, a whole group over here. What do you think, my dear? Okay. Giga says that the right side looks like it's more fossils. That's a great observation. That's what we do as scientists. We look at how things look different from one thing to another. But what's different about the animals? Great job, Kia.
One's leaf eating, one's like hot boiled, one's meat eating.
Very good. So one side is mostly meat eaters. There's one exception there. And the other side looks like they're plant eaters. Anybody want to add anything to that?
Their pelvic shape.
Hey, yes. And what's your name?
Cassidy.
Cassidy says something about the pelvis shape. Well, what's a pelvis? Pelvis is another word for our hip bones. So if you go like this and you poke into your sides, you can feel your hip bones. Dinosaurs have them too. And the difference between the left side and the right side has to do with what family of dinosaurs or big group of dinosaurs they're in. But you'll notice on the left side that there's a long-necked sauropod dinosaur that ate plants. And check it out, y'all. There's a bird on the left side. So what we're looking at is the left-hand side, they have hips that are shaped like the big letter C. And the right-hand side, they have hips shaped like the letter D. And that's how we kind of name them and think about dinosaurs. And people are still arguing and debating, should we change the way that we look at their family tree, right? The big family tree of dinosaurs. But for right now, this is one way that we can think about what makes a dinosaur is by the special shape of their hip bones. Okay? Now the funny thing is, birds actually have a hip bone that looks more like the letter D, but they're in the same family as C. And that's because over many, many millions of years, bird hip bones kind of shifted backwards a little, just like the hip bones you see in D, but they're more closely related to C. So that's something that can happen during evolution, okay, during many, many millions of years when animal groups change over time. So we call these animals with hip bone shaped C the theropods and sauropods, and birds are theropod dinosaurs. Amazing to think about, right? Like our friend Shorty here. And all the other plant eaters, besides the sauropods, with a few exceptions, you know what parasitosaurs are. The other group is made up of this other hip shape, and we call that other hip shape, the D shape, ornithischians. Can we say that together? I'll say it one more time. Ornithischians. You got it. One more time. Ornithischians. Yeah. And the top one here, the letter C, that hip shape has a special name, and that group, that family, is called Saurischians. So I'll say it one more time. Saurischians. You want to repeat after me? Saurischians. That was beautiful. We can start a chorus, you guys. So that's these animals, and they're plant eaters on the bottom. Okay, so we're almost ready to talk about the poop, but a little bit more. But I wanted to talk to you all about these. What is special about these animals? Let me give you a hint here. I see a lot of hands raised. How about if I phrase it this way? Are these dinosaurs? Raise your hand if you think they're dinosaurs. Okay, a few. That's okay. That's okay. And raise your hand, you're like, yeah, Tara's, we're too smart for her. She's trying to get us to think a certain way. Raise your hand if you think they're not dinosaurs. Holy cow, you're right. None of these are dinosaurs. They're all cousins in different ways. But the animal that's really big up at the top is called Dimetrodon. And a really cool thing about Dimetrodon, you all, is that Dimetrodon is actually more closely related to us as people than it is to a T-Rex. Wow. Oh. Whenever I wake up in the morning, I think about that. And then I just shake my head and I go, rah! Blood, it's in my blood. So the point of this talk, even though we've talked about so many great things about dinosaurs, is why do we love them so much? Why do we love them so much? What makes them special? I see hands raised, I see people thinking, yeah, Tara, I love them so much. Let's think about it. Well, some people might say, not me. Dinosaurs are for little kids. Or, I only like some dinosaurs. I don't like them all. Or dinosaurs maybe are a little too scary, and that's okay. Wait, you mean like Megalodon, the shark? I thought dinosaurs were just in the movies. You mean like Dinosaur Train or Barney the dinosaur? Well, why do we love dinosaurs so much? Well, clearly we think about them a lot, and we see them in TV shows, right? We see them in all kinds of books and movies. Y'all know these movies? Yeah. We've got The Good Dinosaur, one of the Ice Age movies, the movie Dinosaur, Disney's Dinosaur. See some hands raised.
You're missing the We Are Back.
Oh my gosh, I love We're Back.
And what's the one with this tiny thing?
There's one called Prehysteria. That might be like stop motion. There are so many dinosaur movies that I didn't put on this slide. There's even a T-Rex.
Toy Story.
Yeah, Rex from Toy Story. And one of my personal favorites, you've seen Land Before Time, or any of the like 30 sequels. I love the original though. Always makes me cry. Many, many movies show us stories about dinosaurs. Why do we love them so much? And of course we have the Jurassic Park and Jurassic World movies. Yeah, they're really fun. Yeah. Really fun. I see a lot of Jurassic Park shirts. I was going to wear mine today actually, and I decided not to, but solidarity for my Jurassic Park shirt wearing peeps. So let's pause and think. Why are dinosaurs so interesting to so many people? Why are they so interesting to so many people? What do you think? Ellie said because they were alive so many years ago, so many millions of years. Yeah, and that's inspiring. That feels amazing that these animals were alive so many millions of years ago, and they left their relatives today, birds, and evidence of them as fossils. It's incredible. Why else do we love dinosaurs? They're really pretty. What's your name, sir? Johan says they're really pretty, and they are. Yeah, I agree. They're strong. Vincent says because they're strong. Very good. Let's do one more. Yeah. My dear, why do you love me? Yes. What's your name? Johnny? Johnny says because T-Rex is the king of the dinosaurs and really fast. I love that. Yes. So I just was asking you all, why do you like dinosaurs? Because it's so important, right? That's why we're here. We love talking about them and learning about them and thinking about the ancient past of our planet, right? So that's what I do. Who do you know who likes dinosaurs? Maybe people in this room, maybe some friends of ours, maybe some family. Yeah, it's good to have community around dinosaurs. So we're coming towards the end of what I want to talk about, but I wanted to mention real briefly that I study lots of things. One of the things I mentioned is fossil droppings. They're also called fossilized, and I'll talk about what that means in just a second, what that word means. But I also study fossil teeth, and I study fossil footprints. So the bottom line, the point is, my job is really different and interesting interesting every day. And I also teach. I'm a teacher, just like maybe some of you have teachers at your school. I just teach slightly older, usually college age. Yeah, but I used to teach high school too. So wait, I've been talking about poop a whole bunch, and I mentioned this word coprolite. What is a coprolite? Well, we're going to learn a little bit of the Greek language, and maybe some of you know Greek. But the word kopros means poop, and lithos means stone. So koprolithos, coprolite, it means poop stone. So can y'all repeat after me if I say coprolite and then you say coprolite? All right? Coprolite! Woo! Say it right. Now say it like a whisper. Oh, I got chills. Now one more time, nice and loud. Say poop stone. I love it, guys. Good job. Yeah. So what can we tell by looking at coprolites or poop stones? Lots of cool things about animal diet. I mentioned that Tyrannosaurus, we can see that it lived by the ocean side. We can tell about the environment and a little bit about the behavior even of these animals, where they were walking, where they were leaving their poops, which sounds a little silly, but it's really fun and interesting as scientists, right? So, yeah, my parents are very proud. So, this is just a little bit of information about what poop looks like. Some of these are not from Tyrannosaurus. But the left-hand side has some stuff in the poop. Has some special-looking things, like almost like swirls. And I'll tell you, y'all, it's not a cinnamon bun. It's not a cinnamon bun. Those are snails. They're snails in duck-billed dinosaur poop. Hadrosaur poop. And we can tell from that information, especially my advisor Karen Shin was looking at these, we can tell that just like today, sometimes other animals like snails and worms will kind of go into that poop. Ooh, it sounds gross, but it's really interesting because we can tell what that environment was like, that it was moist enough to have snails. Just like when you see them sometimes after it rains and they're crawling around. Yeah. That's a great question. How big are the snails? So this is 1 millimeter, and so that's about the edge of my index finger nail, the white part of my nail. So it's not very big, pretty small, maybe about this big between my fingers. Those little snails. Good question. And then this poop over here is actually from after the age of dinosaurs. It's from the age of mammals. So after the big asteroid. And what is this? Can you see something stuck in the center of that poop? Looks like a line, maybe like a block or a rectangle. What do you think that is? Somebody said bone. What do you think? A tooth. Great guess. Good guess. It's a bone. It's actually a toe bone from an animal that looked like this. So the little toe of this, what's this animal here? Yeah, so that's where it says Lepore bone. That's that little deer-like animal. Yeah, something ate its foot. And we think that the animal that ate that poor Lepore was something like a crocodile or alligator. Yeah, based on how digestive that bone was. Yeah. Ooh, great question. Can you tell the size of an animal from their poop? Usually you can tell that it had to be a certain size, like it's probably not going to be smaller than its poop. You know, that would be silly, but there's no calculation that lets you like size out for that. That's a great question. Okay. So I'm very happy to share this with you all. This is super top secret poop science. All right, and what I mean by that is that this is a special type of microscope. looking at, now this is the Tyrannosaur poop again, that I was telling you all about. And we can use a special type of microscope called a scanning electron microscope. And that scanning electron microscope shows us the black and white pictures. Look at those bumps. We think that that might actually be either a tiny piece of skin, or we're not too sure. We have to talk with some friends of ours who know about plants. It could be a piece of a seed. So we don't really know, but that's exciting. It's exciting not to know and to have these questions about what the poop can tell us. And again, this is from a Tyrannosaurus rex. So why would it have a seed stuck in it? Maybe from the environment, right? From the environment surrounding. Okay, so.
Go outside.
Okay.
She said no.
So, life as a paleontologist, this is going to be fairly quick because I want you all to ask me some questions. But this is where I work. I work with my friend the T-Rex, and there's a pteranodon hanging above the T-Rex. And I work at the University of California, Berkeley as a student, so I'm still a student, even though I do teaching and all kinds of fun stuff, like coming out to talk to you all. And here are some pictures of what I do. This is me in front of a really big type of a squid, but the squid obviously isn't alive anymore. It's an ancient type of squid. We call this ammonite. That's really, really big. Can you imagine, if you know what calamari is, can you imagine how much calamari sliced up you'd make from a squid that size? Oh my God, mamma mia. Yeah, and here's a tooth. So I'm just showing you some pictures of some things that I do. And this last picture, guys, I wanted to show you because it's really special to me. I introduced you to my sister earlier. Her name's Katrina. And this is me and my sister. My sister's on the left. And we're in Scotland in the United Kingdom. This was last June. We got the very special chance to fly out to Scotland. We got some funding, some money to do that, and that was so nice. And we're talking about how when people are different, when people might have some difference about them, whether it's a disability or something about the way they think. And so my sister and me, sometimes we feel a little different. We are what you might call neurodivergent or neurodiverse. And that's just a fancy word for thinking a little bit differently. And my sister and I got the great chance to work together on paleontology and how the perspective of everybody matters. And I say that because I want you all to know that each one of you in here matters. Your perspective and your way of thinking matters. So that's really important to think about. If you remember nothing else about the food, is that you can do it. And you can be true to yourself while being a paleontologist too. So, other things I've been up to, this is Mongolia. Have you ever heard of the country of Mongolia? Beautiful place, wonderful people. These are my friends at the bottom left. And I'm holding a model of a velociraptor skull. You all know velociraptor? Raise your hand if you know what raptors are. Velociraptor. Yeah, the very first velociraptor fossils ever were found in Mongolia. So I show you this slide because we like to work with people from all around the world. And we want people from all around the world to feel like they have a safe and welcoming place in science. That's super important for us. So why do we love dinosaurs so much as we end our talk today? Why do we love them so much? Well, we've gone through some reasons, we've talked to some people, you got to know a little bit about what I do. But if somebody were to just ask me, I would say that they're kind of like magical creatures, like a unicorn or a dragon. In fact, they may have inspired some of the legends that we have of dragons. But they're real. And I think that that's amazing. And I feel very lucky to come and get to talk to folks like you and to do the job that I do. Even though it took me a long time and different jobs to get there, and I just want you to know that you can believe in yourself too. And we love dinosaurs because they're just so darn cool. And I want to say thank you so much. Thanks for sharing everything you did today with me and sharing your love of dinosaurs with me. Thanks, everybody.